Alrighty, I'm back here with another video about my 2019 F-150, and today I wanted to talk about these new headlights I got. So these right here are the Morimoto XB headlights. They're pretty awesome. They're fully LED. All the projectors are LED. The daytime running lights are LED. The little reflector, indicator, whatever you want to call, that's LED. These are probably some of the brightest aftermarket headlights I have ever personally seen. And the price does reflect that, but just the quality and, they do have a warranty and just the ease of use kind of made that worth that for me, because that was one of the hard parts of buying them, the price. But after getting them and using them, I think it's totally worth it. Now, I did also get the LED fog lights by Morimoto to complement the headlights. So that's nice. It's a really good combination. I always think it's kind of silly when you see the vehicles, they have LED fog lights or LED headlights, but not the other. It just doesn't really match. But I'll kind of show you some of the functions. So if you unlock it, you can see all the lights come on and you can see the turn signal. Now that right there is in sequential mode. Now you can either make it where the whole line flashes or it goes like that. I think it's a little cooler if it's sequential, but you can choose. There's a little plug back behind the headlight that you either plug or unplug to activate that. And I should have taken some video of when I was installing these, but I didn't. So if I ever have to take it out or do some other mods, I'll do an update on that. But basically what you have to do is you have to remove this piece right here. You can see it's separated. This piece runs all along the bottom here. Okay, and then you have to take off the grill, and then you have to take out the headlight. Now, when taking out the headlight, there's this part down here, this little vent. Well, this vent is actually connected to the bottom of the headlight. So that's one thing I didn't realize. It took me a little bit to figure out because sometimes I'm stubborn with reading directions. But so if you ever do that, any type of headlight work on a newer F-150 like this, don't forget that you have to unscrew it from down there. But other than that, I'll start to show you some of the lighting functions. So if I stick the key in, sorry for the dirtiness, haven't had the chance to clean it recently, but I'll put the key in the ignition. All right, and then I'll just put it on here, the lights. Okay, so you can see this is with the low beams on. It's hard to tell how bright it is just with it being daytime and camera. So with the headlights on, you get the daytime running light, which is dimmed when the headlights are on because it's nighttime. And you get your orange reflector light. And then I'll turn on the brights. And then you can kind of see in the garage some of the light, but you can see all four come on with the brights on. So that's cool. And then I'll activate a turn signal for you. Okay. So you can see the turn signal, what I mean by the sequential mode. So that's pretty cool, I think. Especially if the hazards on, it's going both ways. Not very often that you need the hazards, but it's a cool look. And then if I just put it on daytime running light mode, you can see these lights get brighter and the orange turns off, and of course the headlights turn off because, well, it's daytime and you don't need the headlights. But this is probably my favorite mode. Just driving around, it just looks really nice. And it just complements the rest of the truck really well. Let me activate the fog lights for you. See those. And then fog lights. So you can see we got the low beams on right now, and then the fog lights. Sorry everything's dirty. Should have cleaned it before this. I have a bad habit of not doing that. But so there you can see the fog lights. Those are plenty bright. And everything's very easy to adjust. So the fog lights, there's a screw up underneath. You just tighten or adjust it and it just rotates up and down. That's factory to the truck, so that's like your stock fog lights, if you know how that works. Now for the headlights, I'll pop the hood and show you those. All right. So the headlights, if you look in here, where is it? So right there, there's that, and you get just a Phillips head screwdriver, stick it in those teeth and turn it, and that will adjust your headlights. It's the same way on both sides, down in there. And then ignore some of the wiring in here. It's temporary for testing and will be getting changed to a more professional thing, but currently that's the way it's set up, so I will be changing that. Okay, so the daytime running lights, because this truck came with factory halogen lights, so to make these actually work, because normally I wouldn't have it, the fuse is already in here. So you can see this wire, it actually connects to both headlights. It's ran throughout. See, here it is right here. I don't know if you can see that, but it connects to both sides. Okay, come in here, and they give you some extra wire. I'm not really sure why, because you would think that it's the same length, but I guess that's just how it is. And then you can see it comes in. Now there's a fuse already in there, so it just gives you an extra fuse, and it plugs in. You can see right there. So that's 3 over from that relay there. So that works great, easy plug and play. And once again, like I said, for the testing, I will also be probably cutting a little slit in this so that this actually seals correctly. So yeah, just an FYI, this is temporary, just to make sure everything works properly, because I know someone will say something about it. All right, so another thing, I really should have taken a video, but you can kind of see all the wires down there. I could have done a better job of tidying those up, but everything really is plug and play. It all plugs in exactly where the factory stuff is. There's no wiring, no messing around. It just plugs in like it did before. So that is just super convenient. It's pretty easy. The hardest part is just taking apart the whole front end, which isn't even that hard. It's just, you know, it's a new truck, paid a lot of money for it, and it's just, you know, something you don't want to just pull everything off. But I will say it is more work than some other vehicles I've worked on, more specifically older trucks, to take the headlight out. For example, I used to have a 2004 F-150, and you can have the headlights out of that thing in 5 minutes. It was only the headlights. You didn't have to take any other pieces off to get them out. It just unbolted the headlights, they came out. This requires quite a few things come off to get the headlights out. Not too big a deal, but it is just, you just have to be aware that it is more of a job. So I'll show you the box they came in. It came very professionally wrapped. You know, it's all protected very well. I actually have the factory ones in there right now, just for safekeeping, just in case. And then you can kind of see some of the information. There's some of the part numbers. So that's the DRL harness I was talking about. And then everything else is built in. So that is pretty cool. And if you have a truck that already has the LED headlights, because some of the trucks do come with it from the factory, it will work on those trucks too. It comes with a separate plug that you can use to make that work. And that's just one plug, because the factory LED headlights already have that all integrated. But this one also works. It's just more plugs, but all very easy. So I'm very sorry about that car alarm, but that's pretty much all I got for you today. So thank you very much.